Hello and welcome to the Global Pulse. Europe is on high alert, NATO is ramping up its defenses, Russia is making bold moves, and Donald Trump's policies could reshape the future of the alliance. Are we on the brink of war? Let's break it all down. NATO countries are stepping up their game, and for a good reason, the fear that Russia might invade the Baltic states or push further into Europe. Several countries are now racing to strengthen their defenses. Take Poland, for example. They're expanding their military to 300,000 troops. One of the largest armies in Europe. They're buying US Abrams tanks, South Korean K2 tanks, and state-of-the-art fighter jets to be fully prepared for a possible Russian move. And the people, they're training too. Thousands of civilians have joined defense programs to learn combat skills. Then there's Germany, the economic powerhouse of Europe. They've pledged to become Europe's leading military power, with a €100 billion defence budget increase. But that's not all. German officials are urging citizens to stockpile food, water and emergency supplies, warning that a major crisis could be coming. Finland and Sweden, the newest NATO members, aren't wasting time. Finland has reinstated military conscription, and both countries are expanding their armed forces, upgrading their naval fleets, and preparing for cyber and hybrid warfare. The Nordic region is becoming a stronghold against potential Russian aggression. And let's not forget the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. They know they'd be Russia's first targets in a conflict, so they're fortifying borders, training civilians, and asking NATO for permanent troop deployments to deter a potential invasion. Greece, meanwhile, is strengthening military ties with France and the US. They're upgrading their navy, air force and island defences, especially with tensions rising in the region. Europe isn't just preparing, it's rearming, coordinating and making sure it doesn't repeat the mistakes of the past. The question is, will this be enough to stop Russia? Meanwhile, Russia isn't backing down. Putin has made it clear he wants to restore Russia's influence over its former Soviet territories, and his military actions speak louder than words. Reports suggest Russia could be fully prepared for a large-scale war within 5 years. What are they doing right now? Massive military drills along NATO's borders, thousands of troops stationed in Belarus, right next to Poland and Lithuania. And let's not forget the nuclear threats. Putin has warned that NATO interference could have severe consequences. Russia isn't just talking. They're producing weapons at a wartime pace, increasing recruitment and testing new military strategies. The message is clear. They're getting ready. And then there's Trump. His policies could change everything. He's demanding that NATO members increase their defence spending to 5% of GDP, way beyond the current 2% requirement. And here's the shocker. Trump has even hinted that if countries don't pay up, the US might not defend them. He's even said he'd encourage Russia to do whatever it wants to NATO members who fail to meet their obligations. This has sent shockwaves through Europe. If the United States steps back, can NATO really stand against Russia alone? So what's Europe's plan? Massive military expansion. Experts say Europe needs 300,000 more troops and an extra €250 billion in defence spending just to be able to counter Russia without US support. The European Union is even discussing an independent defence force to reduce reliance on NATO. And NATO, it's deploying more forces to Eastern Europe, boosting its presence in Poland, the Baltics and Finland in hopes that a strong deterrent can prevent a war. But is it enough? So, where does this leave us? NATO is under serious pressure, Russia is making its move, and Trump's policies could reshape global security. Are we witnessing the start of a new war, or is this just another round of Cold War-style posturing? What do you think? Can Europe handle Russia without the US? Should NATO prepare for the worst? Let's discuss in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more updates on global events.